It's a Chandelure, so it should still do a shit ton of damage. I have really solid special attack. I made the correct prediction too of just waiting out the Trick Room because otherwise he would outspend me under Trick Room. I actually kill the Ting-Lu, that's huge. What is up, everybody? Back with some more Scarlet and Violet Regulation F VGC. Got a really cool team today around Chandelure. Chandelure actually came back with the Teal Mask DLC, and it's actually a really cool mod. It has some really solid stats. The only problem with it right now is, at least in the current meta for Regulation F, and even kind of before, like going into the DLC when it first got released, the main problem is its speed stat is kind of an awkward spot. It's kind of in the spot where it's slow enough to throw onto Trick Room, but not really fast enough to throw onto like a Tailwind team. And there's also a lot of other really good Ghost and Fire types currently in the VGC format right now. So I've been looking for a solid Chandelure team, and we're going to see if this team actually makes it work. So this is actually a team by Soapy. You guys want to use this team, rental code up in the corner. I'll have a paste for this team down below. And kind of run through this team real quick, because there's some really interesting stuff on this team that I do kind of want to go over real quick. But the main thing this team's around is the Sash Chandelure with the Terra Grass. I got the Terra Blast, which is kind of questionable. It's the one thing I kind of noticed with this team. The Terra Blast Grass, but I'm pretty sure Chandelure does get Energy Ball, so I'm not sure why it has Terra Grass. If I'm being real, I think that's a little bit of a thing, just like in like the team preview wise, that I think we can, or like can maybe be improved. I'm not 100% sure. We'll see how it goes though. Terra Grass is still going to be really good with Terra Blast. Like, it's not a weak move at all, but Energy Ball is just a little bit better because it's a little bit stronger and has a chance to lower Spit F. But got the Wiki Berry Trick Room setter of the Frigoraph for this team. Got the Blood Moon Ursaluna with the safety goggles so you can dodge all the spores from all the Mungus and that type of thing. A really standard set. Leftovers, Water Bubble, Terra Poison, Araquanid, which is kind of cool. Gonna see how that does. AV Metagross, really solid with the Terra Dragon. And then you got the Defiant Ogre Pond Grass, which should be kind of cool. Just mainly for your stuff like Incineroar, like a lot of your Intimidate mons, or stuff that wants to spam status and that type of thing. So we're gonna see how this team does. Overall, at least looking at the team preview, I feel like it's gonna be more of like one of the like average type teams. So we're gonna see how it does. The casual ladder right now, at least when I'm recording this, is pretty damn crazy because we're kind of smack dab in the middle of Regulation F, and there's not really much going on. We're, at least when I'm recording this as well, like Pokemon Days this next week, so we're like about a week away from that, and everybody's kind of just waiting for that, and if they're gonna add anything else to the Scarlet and Violet games, or if they're just gonna add like a brand new game entirely for Generation 10, or what they're gonna do. So, but without further ado, let's hop in some games with this team. Alright, we're here with the game. What are the odds that we are using a team around Chandelure and that is like the exact thing we run into? My opponent also has it as well. They have the Incineroar, Ting-Lu, which they're probably going to bring. Ting-Lu is really good versus me. Mimikyu, Ogre Pond, their own Chandelure, and Iron Valiant. So they definitely have a way better matchup into us than we do into them. I think what they're going to do is they're going to bring, for sure, they're going to bring Ting-Lu, Mimikyu. Both really, really good. This team is actually kind of weak to Mimikyu. It's actually really weak to Mimikyu. I think what I actually do here... I think what I do here is I'm actually going to bring the Frigoraph. I'm going to bring the Frigoraph. I know he might actually bring the Incineroar too. If he brings the Incineroar versus the Araquanid, that's kind of a problem, because if I get intimidated, then I just do like no damage. I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to bring the... I'll bring the Araquanid, I'll bring the Ursaluna here, and then I'm going to bring the Chandelure in the back. I think that's what I'm going to try to do. I don't think it really matters that much what I really bring here, because it comes down to if I can get Trick Room up or not, and it depends what he really brings, because he has a way better matchup into me. If you guys like the videos, leave a like, subscribe, share the videos. Really appreciate it. Allows me to keep on bringing stuff your guys' way. So he actually just leads his own Chandelure here. He's actually a booster attack. So David Bowie. David Bowie, that's a great name for a Valiant. I think the only shitty thing here is though, I think if he has knockoff probably one-shots me. I'm gonna go for Trick Room here. If he has his own Trick Room, or if he has like Imprison Trick Room, that could be a problem here. But what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna Protect here. If I can get Trick Room up, this actually ain't too bad for me. It just comes down to if he has knockoff, because knockoff at +1 probably one-shots me. And he does, so. I actually live. I live on 5, wow. And he goes for the Flamethrower onto the Araquanid. What a play. That was probably just like a really minimum roll there too, because usually if you're at +1 with Iron Valiant, like knockoff usually one-shots me, so. Or at least most variants of Frigoraph. I'm not sure the exact EV spread on this one. Because he was actually like full. It's actually no, we're actually running max speed. I don't know why this thing is max speed with Trick Room, but whatever. I don't know what the thought process is behind that, but whatever. Okay. That's why I'm surprised we even lived at all, because we have no defense. We have 0 defense, so I don't know how we lived. I'm going to Psychic here, and then I'm actually going to go for Liquidation. If he has Terra Grass, he goes for Terra Grass here. He's going to switch. He has Incineroar, so here comes the Incineroar. Yeah, that's the reason why I didn't really want to bring the Araquanid. Because I just get intimidated to death. He probably goes Terra Grass here. There's the Terra Grass. I wish I would have went for Leech Life. This guy legit just read me. Like, he just read me like a book. So not only does the Incineroar take no damage on this turn, now I like do nothing to the Chandelure. That does nothing. I mean, the only good thing is though, like he can't go for Fake Out here. I think that's the only really good thing I have going for me. But being that I'm intimidated, what he's gonna do here, he can maybe just like Intimidate spam me to death, or just Parting Shot spam me to death here, which is something he might actually end up doing. I'm gonna Helping Hand. I'm gonna Helping Hand here. He might protect the Chandelure here, but I think what he does actually is he just switches out the Incineroar on this turn again, so I'm gonna go for Lunge. The Helping Hand boosted, it should kind of at least negate the Intimidate, so I'm surprised he stays in. That actually kills with the Helping Hand boost. So that actually is surprising. I did not think that was going to actually kill him. I'm assuming he has U-turns out, so. Instead of Parting Shot, he actually has U-turn, so he's just going to be able to Intimidate spam me, which kind of sucks, but. I kind of wish this Araquanid was actually Clear Amulet. I think Clear Amulet would be a little bit better than Leftovers. We know his entire team now, though. So as long as I can keep Trick Room up, I can put in a lot of work here, actually. Only shitty thing, though, is like I don't think I can be able to get up Trick Room like 2 times in a row here. Yeah, I'm at -2 now. I'm at -2, so. I'm gonna Helping Hand here. I don't know, what do I have in the back? I think I have Ursaluna and I have Chandelure, so. I kind of want damage on the Tinglu. That's what I kind of really want here. I'm just going to go for Liquidation. Helping Hand, Liquidation. We'll see how much it does. He can't go for Fake Out because I have Armor Tail. See how much this actually does. It's at -2. That still is over half, though. That's actually incredible. Did not think it was even going to do that much. He gets rid of the Frigoraph, which kind of sucks, but. So he probably goes for Knockoff here. He actually has Throat Chop. It's the crit. I think the crit might have actually mattered there. I don't know. The crit maybe mattered. Because Throat Chop isn't as strong as Knockoff is. Interesting that he's actually running Throat Chop, though. That's really interesting. Actually, that actually is good for him, though, because I actually have Blood Moon here. I don't have hyper voice, but if I had hyper voice, that'd actually shut me down. I'm kind of scary. How many turns of Trick Room do I have left? I have 1 turn of Trick Room. I don't know. The problem here is Ting Lu is really slow and Incineroar is really slow. So if they have no speed under Trick Room, they'll actually outspeed the Chandelure here. That's the main problem. So I think I'm kind of forced to protect the Chandelure on this turn. What I'm going to do here is I'm actually just going to go for... I mean, I can go for Calm Mind here, which would be pretty good. I'm going to Calm Mind. I'm going to Calm Mind on this turn. He might actually just go for Throat Chop to try to stop me from doing stuff, but I'm going to Calm Mind on this turn, and then I'm going to Protect. I can maybe bait him to go after the Chandelure on this turn, which he might end up doing. Stomping Tantrum. Okay, that's perfect. If I can bait him to go double into the Chandelure on this turn, that'd be great. Because now I'm at +1. He has Throat Chop, so he thinks I have Hyper Voice. Unfortunately for him, I don't have Hyper Voice on this build. Otherwise, that'd be really bad, actually. So now what I think I actually do here, I could go Terra Normal if I really wanted to here, but I'm at +1. What I'm going to do here is just go for Earth Power. I can actually also go Terra Grass here. He has Iron Valiant in the back. But I think Terra Grass. We're gonna see how much a Terra Blast does. I don't know. We're gonna. It's with weakened special attack with the Ting Lu being here, but we're gonna see how much it does. It's a Chandelure, so it should still do a shit ton of damage. I have really solid special attack. I made the correct prediction too of just waiting out the Trick Room because otherwise he would outspend me under Trick Room. I actually kill the Ting Lu. That's huge. So at +1, I think an Earth Power actually kills the Incineroar at this range. Throat Chop, I eat that. Wow, what a game. I'm making some really good, smart plays here, though. Like, I'm playing my ass off. I really am. Playing around the Trick Room flawlessly, kind of making predictions of what he's going to try to do. Because now he has this with no booster. He's unboosted. I have Blood Moon for you. At +1, I think it just one-shots him, actually, here. And then I'm just going to go Terra Grass. I think it's the strongest thing I can do here. Goes for Drain Punch. I live. Don't know how I lived. That actually just straight up one-shots him. That's crazy. Didn't think that was going to one-shot him from full, if I'm being real with y'all. Not even bad. I did not think it was going to be like a really easy game to win, but I think we just played really, really well. We played really well, and I kind of just outplayed my opponent here. He had a lot of tools to win. I think we just outplayed him. One of those matches that was really even, but we just played better, I think. Not even bad. Really solid first game. I'll see you guys in another match. Alright, I'm shitting you not, guys. This is actually a rematch. We just went against this guy, so this is going to be a real one of those games. It's going to be like a best of 2, I guess. We're going to see if we can win again or if he actually gets the one-up on me this game. So, I think what he actually does, he actually brings the Iron Valiant. I think Iron Valiant's a must-bring for him here, actually. I kind of need the Frigoraph. The Frigoraph is really good versus him. Like, they make it so the Mimikyu can't spam ghost moves. Same with, like, the Chandelure. The Chandelure can't spam ghost moves. It's solid into both of those. I know the only shitty thing, though, is, like, he knows half my team now, which kind of sucks. I think what I do is I'm actually going to lead Ogerpon, and I'm going to lead it alongside the Frigoraph, and I can, if I really need to, I can just Helping Hand boost the Ogerpon. Hoping he leads with the Incineroar, which he might do. I'm going to bring the... I kind of want to bring the Metagross here, but... I'm going to bring the Metagross. And then I'm going to bring the Ursaluna again. I think that's what I do here. Now, we'll see if this game's any good. If this game is good, you guys will probably see this match. If this match is just one-sided or it's no good, then I probably won't even include this game because it's a rematch versus somebody that I just went against, but see how it goes. So he does lead Incineroar. That's perfect for me. That is perfect. So this is actually a really good lead for me here as well because he can't go for fake out on me either. I get a +1 boost, which is huge. Give me that +1 boost. So I got some options on this turn, actually. I think the only thing he really does here is, like, he can't go for fake out here. We know his moveset. He has throat chop, U-turn. So he might actually just go for U-turn here. I think what his play is here is actually just to U-turn out onto the Ogerpon or even like the Frigoraph. And then if he has follow me, he goes for follow me here. I think that's what he maybe does, but what I'm gonna do here is I'm actually gonna go for Helping Hand. And I'm gonna go for +1 Stomping Tantrum here onto the Incineroar. I don't know what his moveset on the Ogerpon is, but I'm just gonna go based off what his moveset on this is. He actually outspeeds me. So he's running a really fast Ogerpon. That actually just barely misses out on the KO. He's Rocky Helmet Incineroar. That's interesting. Really, really interesting. That's probably like the first item I've seen on an Incineroar that's actually different than a Citrus Berry. Props to my opponent for running something that's different than a Citrus Berry on the Incineroar. That's a first. Because we never found his item last game either, because I just one-shotted him, I think. So he brought the Ting-Lu again. I don't really care about that too much, actually. I think what I can do here is, if I really want to, I can just ally switch, which I'm going to do here. I should be able to take an Ivy Cudgel. I'm going to ally switch here. And then I'm going to go for Heavy Cudgel at +1. +1 might actually just one-shot the Ting-Lu here. I'm going to ally switch. I should be able to take a... Oh, if he Terras, though. If he Terras, I don't think I'm going to take an Ivy Cudgel, though. Oh, he's going to Terra this thing. What Terra are you? He's Terra Dark, so... I don't know, at +1, though, if I can get a crit might one-shot him at +1. Because I am Razor Claw. See if I can actually take an Ivy Cudgel. I do. I live on 8. That's crazy. That doesn't even do that much. That does not even do nearly enough. He has Throat Chop on this thing too, so he has Rock Slide and Throat Chop. So the only shitty thing here is, like, I don't get up my Trick Room. So I got no Trick Room this game, but... I don't know, not really the worst thing ever either, I guess. I'm just kind of in a bad spot here because, like, I'm forced to Terra something on this next turn. I'm either forced to Terra the Metagross to stay alive, or I'm forced to Terra the Ursaluna here to try to stay alive. And judging that he has Incineroar in the back, I don't know, I kind of want to Terra the Metagross, but I don't want to take in a crazy amount of damage, but I think that's what I kind of have to do here. I think this game he's probably going to win. I really do. We had a solid lead, but I think we're going to, just being that we don't have any Trick Room here, I think that's going to kind of cost us. Yeah, and his Ogerpon's really fast for some reason. I don't know what is my EV spread on this Ogerpon. Am I not running max speed on this? It's not max speed. It has, I mean, maybe if that defense actually helped us live that Ivy Cudgel from him, but I don't know why this Ogerpon doesn't have max speed. Don't really agree with that at all. I'm not sure what this EV spread is really for, but there's also a Poke Pace for this team. So if you guys want an explanation, I'm assuming there's probably an explanation to Poke Pace. I just never looked at for, like, all the EV spreads. At least for me, though, I like my Grass-type Ogerpon being max speed. I don't know, I'm going to U-turn. I'm going to U-turn onto this, and then I'm going to Terra here, and then go for Iron Head. I'm going to double into the Ting-Lu because I think that's a bigger threat here. I don't know, if he goes for Rock Slide though on this turn, he gets a flinch. I think that's how we instantly lose. I maybe should went for, I think I have Spiky Shield too. I should have went for Spiky Shield. That's a misplay, so now I misplayed. If I can get a flinch here though, I can play a Stomping Tantrum. I think I still lose here though, because like I have Ursaluna, but I have no Terra either, so I'm kind of fucked. I think I'm kind of fucked here. I mean, I can protect on this turn. I think what I do here is I'm gonna go for Psychic Fangs. I'm in a really bad spot here because he also has the Incineroar in the back too. So I can't really spam Psychic moves if he predicts that. I can't spam. He has Horn Leech too, so he's gonna get a fuck ton of health back. Does half. Just Throat Chop. He still thinks I probably have Hyper Voice, but I don't. I don't know. I think what I have to do here is like I have to go for a double protect. If I can land a double protect here, I can maybe get rid of the Ogerpon. That's what I have to really do here. I get the double protect. Can this be the crazy play? Can this be a play? Because now he gets no recovery. He gets no recovery because I got the protect off. This has to kill. Wow. That is like the biggest, luckiest play I think I could have made. He goes for a Throat Chop again, and he just wants the Ursaluna gone too. He just wants it out of here. I think the good thing is my Metagross outspeeds the Tinglu as well, so I can have a chance to flinch him to death. I think that's the only really good thing here. Depends what his last mon is though, he can still win. It depends on his last mon. Goes into Incineroar again. He can go for Fake Out here too, but if he doesn't Fake Out, I actually have the option to go for Bullet Punch if I really want to. I don't know, I have a few options here. I mean, I can go for Blood Moon. I can go for Bullet Punch, predicting a Fake Out here, but if he goes for Fake Out, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to go for Blood Moon here. Actually, I'm going to go for Earth Power. I'm going to go for Earth Power on the Incineroar. And then I'm going to try to go for an Iron Hit onto the... Oh, he just goes for Throat Chop. He does not like the Ursaluna at all. He wants the Ursaluna gone. Can I get a flinch? No flinch. So I get rid of the Incineroar at the very least here. Man, he wants this thing gone. He's just doubling into the Ursaluna. He's letting the Metagross alone though, so like I'm at full health yet, which is still really good. Oh, that is the reason there. That's the reason why he wants the Metagross at full health, because he knows he has Mimikyu in the back. That's why. I mean, I can kind of play around that though, actually, because I have Mind's Eye. I have Mind's Eye, so like I can. What I do here is I just double into Mimikyu. I don't have Bullet Punch on here. Actually, I just realized I don't have Bullet Punch. I don't have Bullet Punch. Oh no. Oh YOLO. I live a play rough. Okay. If I can get a kill on the Mimikyu here though, like if Blood Moon actually kills him here, I can maybe win still. Wow. Yeah, I don't know if the crit mattered. I don't know if the crit mattered there, actually. Somebody would have to run that calc. I don't know if the crit mattered. Rock Slide, that doesn't matter. I don't know why he just didn't go for Throat Chop there. Throat Chop would have killed Metagross. Or probably even the Ursaluna from this range. So now I win. I don't know how he wins at this point in the game. I just Earth Power here for damage, and then I just go for Iron Head to try to get a flinch. Wow. I'm gonna be real with you guys, this second match versus this guy, this is like the luckiest shit ever too. If I never got that 50-50 protect there was only a 50% chance that would have actually worked. If I never got that, like I probably would have lost the game. So I got extremely lucky here as well, so... Like, I'll take the dub, but I think this is a really luck-based win here, just mainly based off of that play, because if that would have not worked, this match would have been really different. What a match. One against him, though, a rematch right after the first game, and we got the dub again. Not even bad. I'm going to try to get you guys one last game against somebody different, but if it happens to be a best of 3, and if it's a good match, I'll probably throw it into the video. We'll see how it goes. I'll see you guys in one more game. Alright, we're here with another match. My opponent has a Sun team. Actually, a hybrid Sun team, like a fast and a slow variant. Walking Wake, Ogre Pond Water, Iron Hands, Frigoraph, Ting Lu. Another team with Ting Lu. And Torkoal. So, I think what I actually want to do here is I'm going to bring the Chandelure 100%. It looks really good here. Chandelure looks really good. I'm going to bring my own Frigoraph here. That way I can kind of fuck around with his own Trick Room if I really want to. I'm going to bring Ursaluna, and then I think I'm going to bring the... It's kind of a toss-up between Araquanid and maybe the Ogerpon here. Ogerpon doesn't look too bad. Yeah, I don't know. It kind of comes down to what I really want here. I'm going to try to bring the Araquanid here, though. That's going to be a really tough game to win. It just comes down if he brings the fast mode for his team or if he just brings Trick Room. And I think if he brings Trick Room, he has a lot of stuff on his team that's actually slower than me. So even in Trick Room, he's going to be able to win. Because Torkoal is way slower than a lot of stuff on my team. It's same with whatever else he has. I forgot what else he has. Probably his own Frigoraph. But Ting Lu might also be slower. I know Iron Hands is probably slower as well than half the shit on my team. So at least with this, I'm kind of a shitty spot already on like turn 1 because like I'm Sash, but like do I really want to use my Sash on this turn? I don't know. And it just comes down if I want a Terra on this turn actually. Do I really want to go for Terra here? Not really. I'm going to go for Shadow Ball. It should do some damage. And then I'm just going to go for Trick Room here. Just going to go for Terra. If he's Terra Water on turn 1, that's going to be kind of a problem. He is. It just comes down to right here, like if he doubles into the Frigoraph, or if he just goes right after the Chandelure. Because if he doubles in the Chandelure, that's really bad. Oh yeah, it's Surf. So he's going to break my Sash anyways. I think something's dying here, actually. Wow. That fucking, oh, that's the crit. The fucking crit. I was going to say you fucking one-shot me from Fool. Holy fuck. Well, now I have no Trick Room, so I think I just automatically lose on turn 1 now, actually. I outspeed his own Ogerpon. So he has no speed on Ogerpon. Actually, I don't think I outspit him. I think he actually went before me. I forgot what he even went for. I forgot what he went for there, actually. I'm kind of fucked. I'm gonna be really, guys, I'm kind of fucked here. I don't really have anything to go out, like, check this. Because, like, he outspeeds me. Like, he outspeeds my entire team. I can go for Protect here. But, like, what do I do against the Walking Wake so that actually does anything to him? Like, legit nothing. It doesn't do anything. I mean, I can go for Lunge, try to get an attack drop that does not matter. Well, he went for Helping Hand. That's why he did so much damage. That's why. I don't know, the Protect does nothing. I think I should have went Terra Grass on turn 1. I think that would have been a way better play, but I didn't see Surf. That's one thing I didn't see on the way. I think maybe just go for like Hydro Steam or some shit to try to nuke me, but this team's really weak to this type of shit. Especially if I'm not able to get my Trick Room up. Like, I think one of the main criticisms I have with this team is like some of the questionable EV spreads on this team as well. Because the Frigoraph has max speed. For some reason, it's a Trick Room setter, so I don't know what that really... Like, it's kind of really counterintuitive. I think maybe if I had more bulk there, if I had like some more bulk and like even if it was like just between like defense and maybe a little bit of spit F, I would have took that a lot better and the crit wouldn't have killed me there, but I really do not know what the speed's for. There's a few other questionable like EV spreads on this team as well, so if you guys do use this team, I would recommend looking at the Poke Paste, because maybe it explains it there, but I just never read that, because I usually don't have time to go use the Poke Paste or like play it on Showdown. I just play the in-game rental code team, so I'm kind of fucked here. Like, I did no damage at all. I'm kind of fucked. Kind of fucked here, if I'm being real with you guys. I'm gonna Leech Life here onto the Ogre Pawn. I don't think it matters, though, at this point in the game. Chandelure's dead. I have Ursaloon in the back that I'm kind of forced to Terra at this point now. It does so much. That's even resisted onto the Araquanid. It does so much damage. It has knockoff. I think I'm dead. I live. I barely live. And I think the shitty thing about Araquanid too is, like, apart from like its water type moves, like that was a super effective leech life from like a stab like Araquanid there to an Ogre Pawn, and it barely even did half to him. Like, that's like pitiful type damage. That's not even intimidated. Like, that's actual like neutral attack there, and it barely did half. Like, that's like really bad damage there. The shitty thing about Araquanid is, like, it's just water spam. Like, I think that's the reason why it'll never actually be really good, because first of all, it doesn't have Wave Crash, and then second of all, it just relies on Water Bubble way too harshly, because otherwise its stats are garbage. It has decent bulk type moves, but like, it just doesn't have the attack stat to really do anything. I'll go for Blood Moon here if I somehow live. If I somehow live a move here, I'll go for Terra Normal Blood Moon. But I still think I 100% lose. Let's see how much damage this actually does. So, like, he's getting so much health back with the water absorb every turn as well. That is neutral, and that almost fucking one-shotted me from full health. That's crazy. That also might actually just be Specs damage, too. It could be his full-on Specs. I wouldn't be surprised. He hasn't even changed his move up once. That's probably Specs damage. If it was Specs damage, I don't think like I can run like any Farigiraf build, and if I would have got critted, it wouldn't have mattered anyways. That still doesn't even kill him. That's pathetic. Araquanid, you're garbage. Araquanid, you are pathetic. If it isn't a water move, you are fucking garbage. I know, it doesn't matter here. I think I just lose. I think I'm just going to surrender here, because there's no way I really win this. He goes for Fake Out here onto, like, whatever he really wants, and I think he outspeeds and one-shots anything here, I'm pretty sure, so. I mean, I'll Earth Power if he happens to not go for Fake Out on me, and then I'm going to try to Leech Life again, but I think if he just gets rid of the Ursaluna here, I 100% lose. Oh, he has Woodhammer, never mind. Yeah, that's game. That's game. There's no way I win now. Now I'm for sure surrendering. Goodbye. That's really unfortunate. Little did I know that I was going to be going against this fucking garbage on the casual ladder. Choice Specs Walking Wake alongside Helping Hand boosting Ogre Pawn with Terra Water to spam on the ladder. That's cool. Haven't seen that one in a long fucking time. I've seen it before. It was a long time ago, though. This team is really weak to that, too. I think the one thing I found with this team, too, is this team is really weak to, like, really fast spread moves. Like, I also went, like, in a testing game, I also went against a team that had Flutter main Chi-Yu, like, with, like, a Terra Fire Flutter Main, and or like Terra. It was Terra Fire Chi-Yu alongside Flutter Main, and I just couldn't do shit to it at all either. Like, this team's really weak to spread moves. Like, you're really fast hitting like spread moves, this team just falls over. It's one real weakness with the team. You just don't really have like anything to check it, because if you can't get your Trick Room up, then they just outspeed you and they just one-shot you. Or if you're not able to outspeed them, then you just get one-shotted most of the time anyways. So, talk a little bit about this team. Alright, as for this team, I do think this team is really fun. I do think, though, like, if you want a team that's built around Chandelure, I think you could build a little bit of a better team around it. I think this team really relies on Trick Room to try to make it work. And there's a lot of stuff on this team that also works a lot better than the Chandelure in Trick Room. I think that's kind of a problem with Chandelure, though. Like, its speed stats really awkward. I think it's like base 80 speed, so it's kind of slow. You can't really run in and outspeed too much under Tailwind, but like, it's not really slow enough to like outspeed a lot of stuff under Trick Room. So there's just so much other better like Ghost or like other Trick Room users that this team also kind of has. Like, at least for my some things I would change with this team. There's a lot of changes I would make with this team. The main things that I found was kind of a problem on this team is the Metagross not having Bullet Punch. I would actually drop Ice Punch on the Metagross for Bullet Punch. I would just run double Steel Stab. The double Steel Stab is also just mainly good. It's mainly for priority, because this team kind of lacks priority apart from the Metagross. There was like 1 or 2 games where I kind of really wanted Bullet Punch, and I just never had it. And I think if I would have had Bullet Punch, I would have probably ended up winning a few games, or making a lot of games a lot closer, a lot less close. So that's one thing I would change. I know why Ice Punch is there is mainly for like your flying types, or like Landorus, or that type of thing, or like the stuff that hits for super effective damage, is mainly for coverage. But at least for me personally, I would wish I'd have Bullet Punch. That's kind of just a no-brainer on Metagross most of the time. Another thing I would actually have on this team is actually I would get rid of the Terra Blast and actually throw Energy Ball onto the Chandelure. Maybe that's something that was already changed. I'm not sure if there was an updated code for this team. If there is, I'll let you guys know. But I would actually throw the Energy Ball, which is, I think, stronger than Terra Blast, and also a Chancellor Spadef onto the Chandelure. That's what I would do. Another thing I would actually change with this team is I would actually get rid of the leftovers on the Araquanid. I would actually either throw like something onto the Araquanid, like maybe like a Mystic Water or something, or like a Clear Amulet. I think would be really, really good. The main problem I was having with the Araquanid, it was either just getting Intimidated or like Intimidated spammed over and over, or like its damage was just really lacking. Even like an expert belt or like something to try to like boost its damage, or like a Life Orb or something would be a lot better. I think the leftovers is kind of an item it didn't really need. I think it just needs something to do more damage, because I feel like its damage is really lacking, especially with this team. There was a few other teams in the past too that I had Araquanid, and I used Araquanid. I think it did a lot better on some of the other teams. I think that was mainly because I had a lot of different items, maybe different EV spreads and that type of thing. And then I'm not really too many complaints about the Ursaluna. Ursaluna's fine. Same with the Frigoraph. The only thing with the Frigoraph is that its EV spread is really weird. I kind of think I might have talked about it during a few matches as well. I think it's this Frigoraph is like max speed. I'm not sure if that's for like ally switch to make it so your ally switch goes faster. I'm not sure, but if you're going to be setting up Trick Room and using the Frigoraph under Trick Room, you should have like mid speed or like no speed. I don't know why it has max speed. Same with a few other EV spreads on this team that are kind of weird. The Ogerpon has a really weird EV spread. I'm not 100% sure why what it actually supposed to cover for. Like I said as well, I think I talked about it during one of the matches, maybe in the PokePaste, it explains a lot of the EV spreads. I never looked at the PokePaste, and as you guys probably know, I don't test like any of the teams I feature on Showdown at all. I just use the in-game rental code, and I do maybe 1 or 2 testing games, maybe 3 testing games with some of the teams, and then I just record all the rest of them, throw the best ones into the video for you guys. I don't know. I would change some of the EV spreads with some of these mods on here as well, but that's just kind of me. If overall, if the team was just meant to be like a fun team, I think that's what it does accomplish. If you guys want a fun team around Chandelure, can't really expect too much. I think it was more of like at least for me, kind of more of like the mid-type teams that I've used recently, but not bad, not crazy good, just kind of mid. If you can play really well, you can get some really solid wins. I had a few games where I played incredibly well, and I pulled a win out of my ass in a game that I probably was not meant to win, just because I played really good. Like, if you play really well, you can still get wins with it, but kind of more of a mid-type team that kind of needs some work, at least a few changes to make it a lot better and some improvements. So if you guys want to use the team rental code up in the corner, PokePay should be down below if you guys want to support the creator of the team. Apart from that, I'm going to get out of here. I have a bunch more stuff on the way you guys not want to miss. Peace out, everybody.